Back after having launched the coupler pocket off into nowhere, bending the spring, scattering pieces all over the place. I got it all back together, thanks to my little third hand buddy here. We'll probably try putting this back together one more time. The peg in the hole. Get the axles lined up. The gears lined up down there. Or on the little clips. All these to get the gears to mesh so everybody comes together. Get that to clip together. Okay, so we got the two of them put back together. And hey, look at that, they still roll. Alright, so on to the frame. So, go in with my little brush, scrub what I can get, especially in that brush area. It looks kind of gunky in there. Spin the motor over a little bit. I'm trying to clean, there's some deposits down in the commutator area. I'm trying to get cleaned up. I don't know if they're brushes that have deteriorated or just gunky grease that's gotten up in there, but I want to get it all loose anyway. Trying not to scratch the surface of them, just dislodge those little chunks. And then I'm rinsing it with a goodly shot of WD-40 to flush all that stuff out of there. I'm going to take it out and give it a little blow dry with my air hose. Careful not to dislodge pieces, blow stuff all over. Okay, be careful. And a can of compressed air is very good for this. All we want to do is get the excess WD and the other little particles out of there. I'll be right back. Okay, now before I go putting this all together, I have my little Zephyr set up with a pair of alligator clips because I'm moving it back and forth between this Inglenook sighting that I have set up here and my Fremo module. So I'm going to just test this and run it in for a little bit. I got it set to address 0. You can hear the buzz. But the motor runs. Doesn't really start up and go the slowest, but it will reverse. And go forward. So, we know that the motor's good, and we've got something to work with when we get it all put back together, and we'll hopefully do that real shortly. Now that we've got everything spick and span, we've verified the motor works, it's time to reassemble this because I'm really not going to go much further with this locomotive at this point. Get yourself some nano oil or one of the other Labelle, one of those. Put a couple drops in here on the worm gears, lubricate the little coupler, and that's about it. That's all there is to it. You can lube the axles if you want, although they probably don't need a whole lot. And put the thing back together. Again, being careful of the little brass pickups. This goes in here. And guys, this is N scale. So if big old fumble fingers me can do this with an N scale locomotive, you guys in HO should have zero problems. Alright, so my little gear. Okay, pins in. The other end. Get that lined up on there. Before I slip the shell back on, at this point, we'll go back up to the track. I'll put it back on and we'll actually run it on the track, see that all the pickups work, because it may need a little bit more work. And before we go putting everything back together, which, why would we put this back together? It really needs work, but we're going to put it back together anyway. We're up at the track. We're going to stick this on the track. The fact that the headlights lighting up as I put it on the track's a pretty good sign. Now remember, we're running a DC locomotive on a DCC setup. But yeah, it's still got some pickup problems. Which it had before. And it may just need some run in. I can put it on my little circle track and see if that helps things. I'm going to just run it back and forth a little bit. Maybe get it a little warmed up. See if it can go a little slower. There we go. That's a little better. It may just need a little bit of braking. It's about as slow as I can go in this mode. Really, before I do any DCC decoder fixing, I may need to research and see how much that little motor draws and figure out whether I can put a decoder in this old locomotive at all. But it runs, and if somebody has a little DC layout, you know, you get a little motor, a little engine for them. They can repaint the shell. I've got the handrails, so we can get that all set up and put it back together. Shut that off. Okay, meet you back over at the workbench. And so there you have it, guys. It's really not that difficult if you take your time, even though I shot parts around and kind of lost them for a minute. If you are patient and careful and have a clean work area to work in, to do your own maintenance on your locomotives, it's not that bad. I can see where part of my little problem, you can see the angle of this little pickup on this end. It's bent way up. It's still making contact even as far as it can go. This one does not. So I'll pull it back apart, adjust that angle, and it probably will actually run a lot smoother, and we'll have better luck with it. So, alright, till next time, we'll pull a different engine apart. Maybe this this little steam loco here, and see what kind of damage we can get into there. That's got a lot of moving parts. I may chicken out, and we may go for something easier. Let me show you the DCC installation that I did on the RS3. But it'll be a good enough video for now. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.